We'll keep that to the strength staff. I don't know if that's their information. We're working hard, and they're providing everything we need to be ready for the next day. So,
how do you guys have to change mentality going into like a padded practice? It's obviously seems like a completely different approach.
I wouldn't say it's too different. Obviously, there's different things that are allowed, and practice like more high contact drills and things like that. But as far as mindset and mentality, we're coming out to work as hard as we can. Football is a physical game, and we're working on being a physical team. So that's been part of our DNA this whole time.
Nice to kind of get started truly with the run game. It's hard to do that without the pads on, right?
Yeah, I think. There's a lot to the run game. There's a lot of cohesion. There's a lot of communication. All those things. As well as the physical piece, which was on more display today. But we've been working on all facets of it since April 7th or whenever our first day was. So this feels like a step in a long process that we've already undergone, or we've been undertaking.
How's the chemistry going with you and Caleb?
It's been good. Yeah, Caleb's awesome. Great to work with him. Great to work with the other O-line guys. And it's one of those things where, every day something gets better, and then you always have new things to patch up and fix and work on. And it's been a pleasure to work on those things I need to do this, he needs to do this, and kind of work together on those.
Obviously, building a rapport with the quarterback, there's always a bit of a process there, but is anything different when Caleb is, not as, familiar with the under center stuff as he is with the shotgun stuff? Is there anything different, like building that rapport with the guy who is also learning the under center at the same time?
Honestly, I haven't really noticed. He does a great job with it. We've had plenty of learning moments where we're kind of getting a feel for each other. Every quarterback and center exchange is a little different.
Yeah, I was hoping
yeah, it's been great. And
we'll see Burden today. They didn't get a notification again, bro. So let's see.
What would a good run game just do to kind of unlock the strengths of the pass?
Yeah, I think kind of football 101. The more stress you can put on defense, being able to run the ball, that opens things in the pass game. And when you're a team that can attack as an offense from multiple directions, as far as run and pass and stuff like that makes you really effective. So I think it all ties together.
Is there something about, what do you know about Caleb today that you didn't know when camp started, just working with him day to day? Has anything jumped out? Putting you on the spot.
Yeah. It's tough. Football wise, we're learning new installs together, so we're learning things at the same time. So we know more now together than we knew at the very beginning. As a guy, we're just becoming good friends and learning. I haven't really thought about it what do I know now versus then.
How does DJ?
Yeah, I love that they said that they're all on the same page at this point in time. Everybody's getting to know each other. So that's what you got to do. You got to build the chemistry. You got to build a bond. You got to build the respect. You got to build your camaraderie. And that's pretty much one day at a time. So I'm going to get back to the interview right now. Let's get to it.
Yeah. He's only been 4 of 12 in terms of installs so far. How would you kind of characterize where the offense is in terms of still thinking and not being able to just play fast because you know everything?
Yeah, I think as you're alluding to, it is a process, and you need hundreds and thousands of reps to be able to master things, and we're doing everything we can to chunk away. And we always focus on, is today better than yesterday, and do we understand it a little bit more than we did the last time we ran it? And hoping to have everything perfect right now is going to distract us from the goal of just being a little bit better today than the last time we ran the play.
You often hear that the defense is ahead of the offense this time of year. Is that especially so as you guys really install this offense and kind of focus on the details?
I don't know. I think I just think of it as there's so many facets to it. We may be ahead in one aspect, they may be ahead in the other. So it's kind of difficult to say is the whole spectrum. But I do know that they're working incredibly hard, giving us great looks. We're working hard, and we're making each other better.
What's it DJ more look as a running back?
Good. I think honestly, we haven't watched the film from today or anything yet. So I'm sure great. He's a great athlete.
What's your experience been like working with Joe and Jonah on both sides? Can you pick their brains for you in particular?
Yeah, they're awesome. Two super knowledgeable O-linemen, great players, great guys. So yeah, just using their eyes and their knowledge to see the whole picture and kind of get that and get all that communication happening is like incredibly helpful from a center's perspective, and then just good for the offense as a whole.
What can Jonah learn going against Brady?
Good question. Yeah, I mean, any O-lineman can learn a ton from going against Grady. He's a phenomenal player with tons of strengths, and I don't know if he has any weaknesses. So yeah, I mean, everything can be better. You know, like someone that's a good pass rusher like that and a good run player is going to test your fundamentals and your technique and not let you get away with any kind of issues you have in your game. So he definitely applies that pressure and makes us better in turn.
Did you feel that in Atlanta when you were with him in Atlanta? Like, could you? Well, I imagine sometimes he's probably annoying maybe to go against in practice, but did you have moments in Atlanta where you could tell like I got better today?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, having excellent players, of which we have many on defense, to exploit your weaknesses and teach you to overcome them is like in my opinion, one of the best teaching tools. And so having him and the whole defense as a resource is awesome.
Ben had a very accomplished center in Detroit with Frank Bagnall. Does he talk about Frank kind of the way that his style of play? Do you study somebody like that as a center now with Ben?
We definitely, I don't know if we talk explicitly about it, but we watch a lot of their old film, and he's a phenomenal player. I really, really admire the things he does. And so I definitely learned a ton from him, and seeing someone run a lot of these concepts and things like that, it is helpful. But as far as, you know, like we don't really make a point to compare or things like that. We're more worried about the schematics of the plays and those kind of things.
Ben had a couple of really good rushing seasons when he was the offensive coordinator in Detroit. What makes him a good play caller in the run game?
I don't think I'm the most qualified to answer that just because we're still, practicing. But he's a phenomenal coach, incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly detailed. So I feel like those two attributes are excellent things in a play caller, and I'm sure that plays into his success. And yeah, we'll definitely find out.
People talk about your work ethic a lot. Is anybody that you're looking around at, whoa, that guy's right there with me as far as putting it out there every day?
Yeah, I mean, tons of guys, which is an awesome thing to have. I feel like everybody in the O-line is busting their butt and working hard, and those kind of things. It's, in my mind, and what we talk about as a group is, it's like the consistent effort every day from now until, whenever the season ends. It's not about these massive peaks that may be like more flashy or things like that. But if we're consistent every day, that's just going to compound over the weeks.
What's been one of the biggest hurdles for you working in with a brand new quarterback and trying to understand the nuances that he brings to the game?
As I mentioned earlier, every quarterback center exchange is like a little different. So just, learning that has been good. No like issues or anything like that, but that's always a process. And then just different guys like have different huddle demeanors and how they call the plays and what's the tempo when you get to the ball, things like that. All of which is awesome with Caleb. It's just about us gelling and coming to have that same timing and communication with each other.
It's only the first day of pads, but has somebody else on the defensive line stood out to you already?
I feel like they're all good. Yeah, I mean, everybody we roll out there, we feel confident that they're going to be a great challenge for us in practice. And they're excellent players and excellent teammates. So.
Do you go IV next? What do you do?
Yeah, lots of water, definitely. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Did it feel like a real return for you getting the pads back on?
It felt great. It just felt great just putting on the pads, things like that, getting back to hitting, and just getting used to running around with the pads.
Practice where you went all the way to the sideline to knock that ball all the way to the dive.
Yeah, I felt like I should have picked that. I felt like I should have made a play on that. I didn't think he was gonna try me, but he did. And I felt like I should have came away with that, but it just ended up being a PBU.
Is that something you take a lot of pride in, being able to play the ball like that?
For sure. I'm good at playing the ball, so just as long as I'm near the ball, I feel like it should have been mine. But next time it'll be an interception.
Do you know anything about?
You said the next time be an interception.
What we got?
No, I didn't.
And what have you seen from him since he's been running with you guys?
To be honest, he's a tall corner. I actually like him. He was making plays during OTAs. Nice press corner, very tall and lanky. And he's just been balling out there, like one-on-one on the island. He make plays, PBUs all over the place, and he's very quiet. I told him yesterday, I mean, he's the tallest DB that I played with. Usually I'm the tallest in the room, but now he is. So, but he's pretty good. I like him.
Quan, how would you describe the energy levels of the pads? Hot?
Yeah, I think it was hot. I mean, that's what it looked like out there. I feel like the energy wasn't bad, but I feel like, you know, everybody was just trying to be under control and things like that. So,
what have been your early impression of Dennis Allen's defense? Like, do you feel like the trickery and stuff? Do you see that already? You sense that already?
Yeah, we're playing a lot of different coverages and things like that, and as you see, like we're in and out with a lot of different guys. We're rotating a lot of different guys, and but it's fun. It's fun. We're flying around and making plays, and we're actually playing faster than I think they thought, and to what I thought. So I feel like we're in a good position.
You've been very vocal on your X, whatever they call it now, with how much you want to come back and prove, okay, I heard everything that all y'all said. Let me show y'all what I really can. What are you looking to prove this season?
That I could really just play all 21 games. When I say 21, plus playoffs and Super Bowl. But just really I could play all 21 games, and that I mean, I'm a playmaker. I make plays.
CJ, did you hear that, man? The man said 17 games, 21 games, CJ. This man is trying to get to the playoffs, CJ. I love the mentality. Let's go. Let's get back to it, man.
You know, I'm a hit, I'm a tackle, cover, you know, make plays on the ball, things like that. So,
are there any tweaks that you've had to make to how you play to try and stay on the field maybe a little bit longer? Because you played the play right and still ended in a concussion.
Yeah, probably just not lead with my helmet. I'll say that, not lead with my head. Other than that, I mean, that was my first, you know, injury that I had like tackling somebody. So I'll say that.
One of the keys for you here has got to be being on the field at this time of year too, because I think the past couple of years you missed chunks of training camp. Is that right?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Is it especially important to be out with the new scheme being put in?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to be out there. I want to be out there, but I mean, previous years, my first year, I was out there the whole time, but I got hurt the first game in the preseason, had to get surgery, and then the other 2 years I had soft tissue injuries. But, you know, all those, you know, years I was, you know, having great camps, I just, you know, got tweaked and, you know, a little injury. But, of course, I want to be out there. I want to play. Obviously, I know what I got to do this year to, you know, stay out there during camp and make sure I finish. Yeah.
What sort of challenge does that present to the defense, to the safety, knowing that play action is such a popular thing, at least that Ben's been doing over the years?
It's not really a challenge to us. Whereas he's in shotgun or under the center. I feel like we just got to read our keys and, you know, play the defense that's called. So just read our keys. Not really a challenge. I mean, it might be a challenge for them over there just to go under. I mean, we were going under center last year, so I think they'll be fine.
Didn't look like you were wearing a guarding cap out there.
No.
Is there anything, or have you given any consideration to that?
No, nope. I got a new helmet. The Axiom. Yeah.
Well, we talked to you about PA. What have been your impressions of Al Harris and Matt Giordano as your back?
I feel like they're both great coaches. They're both smart, and they work together good in the meeting room. They feed off each other. Even on the field, they feed off each other. So I feel like they're two great coaches, and I'm looking forward to keep working with them this year.
Well, we're so used to, we know how you love to bring the energy when you're out there. Who are some of the other guys in that kind of join you in that regard?
Grady, and Kyler.
What's about Grady so far? How do you kind of feel his energy? The first day, he was talking a lot of stuff. He was talking a lot of stuff to opposite linemen. And when we heard it, I was like, oh, I'm like, damn. I mean, yeah. I like it, though. I like it. I'll say that. He was talking a lot, and, you know, I definitely heard. He's like, I'm not no rookie. I don't know why y'all running over here. I'm like, all right. I like that. Yeah, let's go.
There's been a way that Dennis Allen has utilized you that maybe is different than how you've been utilized before?
Yeah. I'm in a lot of different packages, so I'm studying other positions too. So which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I've been waiting for so long, but now here it goes. So yeah, I'll say that, which is good for me.
What are you looking forward to most? You're obviously really excited to be using these different packages. Like, what are you excited to show?
Just show that I could just play everywhere and that I can make plays anywhere on the field. So they see it. So it'll come.
How do you go?
Really, I just seen the #1 helmet, and then I just made sure my face mask was kind of similar to my last one. That's all I care about, the face mask.
Is there, and I know you said that you're not going to change the way you play because of concussion.
No.
Did you think about the Guardian cap, at least in practice?
No, I didn't. I didn't think about it.
When you talk about different packages, are you talking about using just all over the field, different roles, different downs, different, like, how do you explain?
Yeah, just different roles. I'm gonna be close to the line of scrimmage. Sometimes I'm gonna be back, but I love being closer to the line of scrimmage. So just have me anywhere where you gotta account for me, try to see where I'm at and things like that. Just like Ben said the other day, you gotta know where 9 is, and that's true. So yeah, I'll say I'll be close. I'll be in the back. I might be outside corner. I might be in the slot. You never know.
I feel like that'll be a big improvement in the run game this year. That was something that really, after you went out, it seemed like the run game kind of fell off, and
yeah,
people didn't know how important you were in.
Can you say the first part again?
You feel like that'll bring up improvement to the run game this season, which you're close to the line?
Yeah, I think so. Anytime I'm closer to the ball and in the run game, I know how to fit. I know how to play the run and things like that. It's simple and easy for me, and it makes everybody else play faster. So, I'm very effective. Appreciate you guys.
All right, afternoon.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? That was Jaquan Brisker talking about the scheme they're running. He's not scared of nobody. Brady Jerry is talking trash. You know what I mean? He's talking about his injury history, him having good training camps, bad training camps, missing valuable time because he was hurt. Then you had Drew Dahlman on the first press conference talking about the continuity with Caleb Williams. People asking him about that, asking how good the other players on the team handle the defensive line. So that was cool to hear. And the last one we got right here is a Hightower press conference right here. So I'm gonna pull this up. We're gonna get to it, y'all.
Afternoon. Man, gotta get y'all like the players.
Morning.
It's morning to you. I've been up since 4:30. I'm in the office since 4:30, so it's morning to you. No, nice to see everyone. Hope everyone had a good summer. Hope it was as exciting as it was for all our coaches and our players' first day of pads. So with that, you all can fire away.
The obvious, just having competition. What are some of the benefits of having 2 kickers and 2 snappers in training?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, Coach. I think the benefit of having 2 kickers and 2 snappers in camp is that when situational periods happen, you have guys that can go on certain days. You can manage your kicking schedule different, your snapping schedule different, and it just helps, especially when you got 2 veterans and then you have 2 rookies it helps the veterans with their way they take care of their body.
With the snappers, do you view that as a competition right now?
Everything's a competition. Everything's competition. We got a lot of different position battles going on. So everybody starts with a clean slate and it's all a competition.
When it comes to the kickers, how do you pick what values more, right? Cairo's a lot more accurate from a shorter distance. Kim has a little bit longer leg. We've seen him miss some more. Pick is it better to kick longer or is it better to just have closer accuracy?
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective, Pat, because we go back and forth with that a lot. I think the number one thing with kickers is accuracy.
They talk about competition, nothing is guaranteed. You know what I mean? It's competition throughout. It's straight competition. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get rid of Hightower too, man. He was one of the ones that got his job saved by how he coached last year, man, especially in that Green Bay game. So he got high energy, man. He knows what he's talking about. And they're asking some good questions right now, man. So let's just keep it going. I'm gonna bring this back up.
Especially you want to be accurate as you can be, under 55 plus. You like to be accurate as you can be. And then if you got the long leg, it's great. If you got 55 plus and you can hit those, depends on what area of the country you're kicking in. But those are definitely valuable if you have one that could do that. But he's got to be accurate.
Given your stadium and how historically difficult it is to kick in, does veteran experience matter more when you're playing home games as Soldier than it would?
I won't think so.
I think veteran experience in any form or facet always happens. I mean, everything with rookies is their first time.
Right.
Just like, first time you guys start writing or reporting or whatever, you get better with time. But it doesn't matter at any position, whether it's a veteran or a rookie. We expect them all to perform and perform at a high level.
When
you have this many new players coming in, potential special teams players, you have a lot of athletes, you have a lot of guys that could learn the system. How do you assess who has the right mentality to play on that unit?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jay. So we talk about mentality from the very first start, like what we believe in, what our core is, exactly what our beliefs are, what our philosophy is. And the scouting department does a really good job of bringing those type of guys in. So from day one, if you don't have that, then you're probably not going to last in our room. But we judge that by the way they work. We evaluate everything they do. So we evaluate the way they watch tape, the way they come back, all right, from the tape after practice, how hard they work in the weight room, how they walk around, how they treat people.
Right.
All of that is part of being a pro. And then ultimately it's about producing. So if they don't have the right mentality, they can't play here anyway, because that's how Ben is. Like they can't play here, and they damn sure can't play in my room if they don't have the right mentality.
What are you looking for in the punt return?
Woo-wee! CJ, did you hear that, man? You can't play on my team if you don't have the right mentality. That's coming from Ben. That's coming from Hightower. I'm pretty sure that's coming from Dennis Allen. Like, these guys won't kill us, man. These guys want people that's coming in here ready to play, ready to hurt somebody, man, run through a wall. You know what I mean? From the coaching staff to the to the equipment manager, man. Like, these guys are all ready to go, and no soft stuff, no weak stuff. You know what I mean? See?
Yeah, man, it's good to hear, man. All gas, no brakes. It's real good to hear.
All right, man. Let's get back to it. Let's finish this up.
That you end up picking?
Yeah, so first and foremost, looking for a guy that's going to secure the football for us. That's the first goal, is to secure the football and always give it back to our offense. Once we catch it, we're looking for a guy that can make plays, game-changing plays, not just a first down. We want guys that can make people miss in space and that can take it to the house. That's what we want.
Anyone standing out?
They all competing right now. I mean, I would say they're working hard. All of them are working hard every day. I tell you what, Torrey is doing a phenomenal job challenging them. All right, making it hard on them. A lot of specialty kicks out there that he's worked on over the summer. So that's challenging a lot of our punt returners. We're fortunate here because Randall L, was a punt returner in this league, and we got all our coaches back there helping. Obviously, we're coaching them, but they're coaching them too. So we're fortunate to have Antoine back there, and he loves it.
Change play calling for you coming this season with all the different kinds of punts that Torrey can do. We've seen him break out so many different numbers. Is it, on at a certain yard and distance, this is the kind of punt we need here?
Yeah, so that's another great question. So he has worked on a number of things over the break. You know how it is when you're a rookie, you're coming in, you're drinking out of a fire hose. He's had a chance, to really train, not train for the combine, not those type of things, where you're always doing something in preparation for the draft. So he's come back with a lot of different kicks, and we're excited to work those throughout camp.
When you get into next week and you have to put the puzzle together on how to use the joint practices and the actual preseason game, what's your balance, knowing how much you have to learn about so many different guys on teams?
Yeah, it's a tough task. We're up for it, but we're going to try to get as many guys evaluated and looked at as possible. The joint practices will tell us a lot. Padded practices will tell us a lot. Ultimately, preseason games will tell us what we need to know about those young kids.
Feel the burden when he returned punts at Missouri. What do you think of him as a punt returner? What stood out?
The same thing that stood out on offense. That when he gets the ball, because I watch his punt return tape and his offensive tape, any tape that he has, I'm gonna watch it. So we watched all that tape. And what stands out to me is when he has the ball in his hands, he's a different dude. He's not.
CJ, I love what he said right there, CJ, as far as about, using Luke the Burden in punt returns too, because a lot of people think he probably thought he was going to be just a primary wide receiver, but if you got a weapon in your team, it don't matter if he's playing wide receiver, kick returner, punt return, like whatever can help that team, let that help us and let us be able to contribute that way, right, CJ?
Exactly. You gotta get the ball in Luther Burton's hands any way you can get it. Just like when Devin Hester was on with the Bears, get the ball in his hands. Let him make plays.
Yep. All right, let's get back to it, man.
Dynamic. So that's what stands out to me. And obviously, we're excited about that draft choice, and we're excited about ways that he can prove that he can help this football team, but he's got to prove it.
You have another rookie in JP Richardson who I think ranked pretty highly in the punt return, right?
Yep, 11th in the country. Yep.
Who he said top 10. So
yeah, 11. Maybe he told me 11. Maybe he told you 10. I don't know.
But what does he need to do to get in that mix? Because a guy like that type of job could be something that helps him make the team.
Yeah, he's in the mix. He's on the chart just like everybody else. He'll get his opportunities. They'll come, and we've discussed that at length, and excited to see what he can do because he made some plays in a league in college they played some really good people, so he made some plays.
Stood out in any ways outside of just returning? Has he been on any gunner and different duties on special teams?
Yeah, he's been working hard just like all the rest of the guys. I mean, we're getting outstanding effort right now from all of our players, but he's doing a nice job. Is it where we want it to be? No, because Ben talked to us about continuous improvement, and that's what we all trying to do as players and as coaches. So that's what we've been focused on.
When would no history then prior to this that I know of, right? What's it been like being on his staff, the new staff for you?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been phenomenal. I mean, I love picking his brain. He's picking my brain. We talk about situations, we talk about players, we talk about special teams. He's heavily involved. He's in meetings at times, and for a lot of times he's in meetings a lot. And he's at every drill during special teams, watching each and every drill, which is impressive. I've been on a number of different staffs. I can't say every staff I've been on. All head coaches, they don't do that. But all you got to do is study his path, right? If you study his path, he's been around top-notch special teams his whole career. He came from a place that had really good special teams. He was around good special teams when he was in Miami. So he intuitively understands the value of field position and of changing games. And he understands how important it is to us for a football team, and he understands how important it is to the city of Chicago. So he's been phenomenal with that.
When would Torrey use like a specialty saucer style or any of those kicks? Like, would you tell him to do that? Is he trying to get a fumble there? Is it a special situation?
Yeah, that's a good question, Carm. You're getting into competitive advantage. It's a damn good question. But I will say this: he can use it at any time. He can use it at any time. Anything else? All right. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
CJ, what do you think about all that, CJ? Because I got a couple of things I want to talk about as far as like the guys that were standing out in camp today. You know what I mean? We're going to bring that up. So what do you think so far, CJ?
Well, I just want to say it's good to see Brisker out there and them trying to put him in different spots because, with the head injury that he had last year, it was kind of uncertain if he was going to come back or not right away. So he just gotta stay healthy and stay out there on the field and make an impact.
Yeah, man. I think so too. I just think he got to be healthy, man. And he looks like he still got the competitive nature that he did have before he got hurt. He looks like he hasn't wavered from that. And that's good to see, you know what I mean? So if he comes out in camp in preseason and everything like that, and he stays healthy, he doesn't get hurt, he doesn't have any concussions, I think it's an opportunity for him to actually be here, stay here, and maybe get a deal. It might not be as much money as he probably could have made before he got hurt. If he comes out and be almost 85, 95% of what he was, 90%, I definitely think there's a way that he can get paid to stay in Chicago Bears. Well, what do you think about Coach Hatari talking about Tory Hunter, the punter, the crocodile punter. You know what I mean? He got his first year here. He's second year. He's getting ready to train a little bit more. So you got to learn how to be good at down the distance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but all right, man. Let's see what's going on with these with the top 5 producing players today and stand out at camp today, man. Hold on. We're gonna get to it. We got a little bit more content and we're gonna get up out of here, everybody. We got our 5 standouts from camp today, right here. And I think they're going to start off with that young boy, not Cole, but Colston Loveland, man. Again, Colston Loveland, bro. He started to live up to the expectation and the reason that they drafted him. You know what I mean, CJ? Like every time this practice started, since he's been able to be on the field, his name has been popping up at camp. And that's what you want to hear. And that's what you want to see from a guy that was drafted 10th overall, correct?
Yeah, definitely for your number 1 pick. You definitely want to see him progressing to go upwards every time he's out there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So it's good to see him getting reps, and it's good to see him getting the training camp in.
This shit started clicking a little bit right there. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see that, man. It's really good to see that him living up to the hype so far. The expectations look smooth. He looks fast. He's gliding out there. He's a tall guy, but he can run fast. You know what I mean? He got good hips, good hands, good feet, and that's what you want to see. But let's see who else they talk about. Colston Loveland. They said rookie tight end Colston Loveland has made a strong progression in his 2 full days of practice. The 10th overall pick was the standard of Monday's practice when he shined during the 7-on-7 with some nice catches, according to Patrick Finley, that included leaping to a catch, a Caleb Williams pass over the middle. Loveland returned to full speed on Saturday, missing the entire offseason program, recovering from shoulder surgery. But after just 2 days, he looks like he hasn't missed a beat and could be a key contributor in Ben Johnson's offense. So, CJ, the fact that he's able to get over his shoulder injury and come out there like he haven't lost a step, man, what's your thoughts about that, man?
I mean, it's good news. You know, the Bears need all your players healthy and ready to go week 1. So It's good news that you're going to have him out there. It's good news that him and Cole Kmet are going to be out there at the same time. You know, catching balls and doing what they do to help the offense.
Yeah, man, because you got a 12-person personnel type of offense, man. You're going to need your inline blocking tight end. You're going to need your flex tight end, your number 1 tight end, and Colston Loveland, man. So this guy's looking like everything that Ben Johnson had wanted him to be, and he's looking like he's everything that everybody else wanted him to be as far as probably who wanted him to come here to be a Chicago Bear. So shout out to Colston, man, for showing up. So the next person on our list right here is the controversial DJ Moore, CJ. It says while Roma Dunze has been a standout wide receiver so far in training camp, DJ Moore once again to show why he'll be the key playmaker in Ben Johnson's offense. According to Zach Pearson, Moore won a rep against cornerback Tyree Stevenson on a deep ball. Caleb connected on a deep ball, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb connected on a deep ball where he made a sliding catch for quarterback Caleb Williams during the one-on-one drills. Moore's helmet even came off during the catch. So there's no denying that Moore will have to serve as a key role in the passing game. Alex Shapiro revealed that Moore got a look at running back during this padded practice, which could be fun with Johnson. CJ, there's going to be a run by committee type of offense, man. They even got DJ Moore in the backfield with the running backs, man. But what do you think about DJ Moore, man? We all know DJ Moore can be somewhat of a diva, but it looks like when you need him to be there and be productive as a number 1 wide receiver, he's been everything that since he's been here for the most part. You know what I mean, CJ? So what do you think about the DJ Moore and Caleb connection right here in practice?
I mean, it's a good sign. If DJ can stay committed to making plays, the Bears are going to be in a good spot. You heard what the coaches said. They're looking for playmakers.
Playmakers.
You know, guys that can make players miss after the catch. So that's what DJ Moore can do. That's what I think he can be very good at. Yeah. You know, if he stays consistent in doing that this season, it's going to be sky's the limit for him.
Mm-hmm. Because at the same time, they even putting him in a running back position, man. Like, he's not a one-trick pony. You can put DJ in the slot. You can have him go deep a couple times. You can use him as a running back sometimes. So he's going to put DJ Moore, Ben Johnson, in a situation where he can be an absolute weapon. But I think the best thing about the way he uses DJ Moore in a timely fashion on certain down and distance, that's what's going to make DJ Moore more of a weapon than anything we've probably seen since he's been here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. So they got the number 3 standout of the day's first padded practice is J.D. Garrett. The Bears' offensive line appeared to be the best defensive line during one-on-one drills. Hold on, let's read that again. The Bears' offensive line appeared to be the best defensive line during one-on-one drills, but during Monday's practice, but veteran Grady Jarrett held his own. And there were plenty of comments about his practice. Mark Hammond said Jarrett was a problem in one-on-one drills, while Alex Shapiro noted Jarrett looks disruptive as ever. Even Clay Harbor added that Jarrett still has juice, plays with a motor, still has quick hands and explosiveness. Following practice, center Drew Dalman wasn't sure Jarrett has any weaknesses and believed it's beneficial for any offensive lineman to go against him. Jarrett has been an impactful run defender and disruptive pass rusher with the Falcons, and it appears like he hasn't lost a step with the Bears. TJ, there's more than one person on right here that's saying this guy is legit. From a Mark Hammond to Alex Shapiro to Clay Harbor to Drew Dalman, everybody's saying today was the day that Grady Jarrett showed everybody that he still got some juice, man. So how excited are you to hear that news that we got somebody up in the middle of that line that's going to be able to help Billings out a lot?
Hey man, I'm very excited, and I'm still surprised that the Falcons, let him go like that. But I'm glad they did it because the Bears were able to pick him up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad too, man. Sometimes another person's trash is another person's what?
Treasure.
So the Bears might have found some treasure in picking up Grady Jarrett, man. Like he doesn't have a weakness according to Drew Dalman, man. And everybody's saying that this guy is a stud, man. He was a problem one-on-one drill. So that sounds to me, when the season get ready to come here, they're going to have to double team Grady Jarrett, a lot of these teams, and that's going to open up a lot of one-on-ones. You know, CJ?
Yep.
So the fact that we got a guy in the middle that's going to probably demand a double team, and then Billings, and then Dexter, all these guys are going to be able to eat off him on their one-on-ones. We should have guys with the way Grady Jarrett looks at practice in his first padded practice, and it looked like he lost a step. We should have guys able to beat their one-on-ones this season, man, like for real. Like guys should be able to eat, you know what I mean? Montez should be better, So shout out to Grady Jarrett, man, for holding his own today. J.P. Richardson. This is a new name that a lot of people probably haven't heard about. And let me read this, CJ. It said this is the first time J.P. Richardson has landed on this list, and it certainly won't be the last. It appears like every other day, the undrafted rookie wide receiver is making waves during training camp as he states his case for a roster spot, and he continued his special showcase once the pads came on. According to Zach Pearson, Richardson won 2 reps during one-on-one drills, which was impressive considering defensive backs had the edge on that day. But he did drop one pass, and another was a deep overthrow, not from Williams. Taylor wasn't one with the overthrow. According to Alex Shapiro, Richardson has excelled creating space, which was evident on Monday. So CJ, so that automatically tells me Tyler Scott is gone.
I just think Tyler Scott has never really had a chance, to do what he can do, is using his speed and getting open and making plays. Like you heard the Bears said, they're looking for playmakers on the team. And if you can't do that, then you're not going to be on the team.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep. Let me see if I can find some other Bears camp news, man, ladies and gentlemen. Just hold on. Let me see what I can come up with. See what else we got. So, CJ, what else have you liked about this practice today, man? Because Caleb Williams, like I put out there on the video, he's going to look better and better with the pads on when guys really got to block for him and guys really got to go full speed in the offense. You know what I mean? So the fact that Caleb is automatically looking better in the first day of practice with pads on, how impressed are you by that, man? How fast that it could kind of click? What do you think, CJ?
Well, I think you kind of seen this coming. With the offensive line getting their pads on and being able to really block and not just be play blocking out there without pads, So I think this was to be expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and another thing that happened today, CJ, is that Luther Burton III was at practice today. You know what I mean? And I put up a post about it. You know, is he healthy? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of trust going into the player, going into the coaching staff, going into the medical staff to say that this young man is ready to play. But he did return to practice today. And I was a little bit concerned because it was quick. You know what I mean? It's a hamstring situation, and hamstrings are injuries that, if you're not careful, it could hurt a player a lot. You know what I mean? It could hurt a player. He's a wide receiver. Everything that he's built off what he's done in his career at Missouri and everything like that is based off his speed. So him being hampered to not use his speed at 100% is an issue. And I just hopefully think that he was really clear today, that he was really ready to go. So what do you think about Luther Burton returning to practice today before I read some of this article?
I mean, it's good to hear that he's in practice. I don't know if he was going full speed with his hamstring, but it's good to see him in practice getting reps with his teammate.
Yeah, and we're going to get into what that actually looked like. So let me just go ahead and scroll. Let me just scroll down here real quick to see what's going on with that. It says Burton suffered what the Bears have called a soft tissue injury, which forced him to miss a lot of the most off-season program. The team anticipated he would be ready for the start of training camp last week, but he was sidelined. So this is what Ben Johnson had to say. He said he's utilizing the time as much as he can, but there's really no substitute for full speed reps. So the sooner we can get him out there, the quicker he can carve a role for himself. So CJ, that right there from Ben Johnson, this right here. Everybody knows this though. Everybody knows this. There's no real substitute for full speed reps. So with that hamstring hinder him as much as it could possibly hinder him, he's missing out on vital time. You know what I mean? See, what's your thoughts, man?
Right. I mean, he needs to be out there because this is a guy that needs to get reps with the Bears. You know, and it's going to be important for them to have him the first game of the season. It's going to be very, very important for the Bears players to be healthy the first couple of weeks of the season. So the fact that he's out there now is good. It's good. Really, really good.
And I was happy to see it, but you know, I just want this guy ready to play, man. Like I just want him ready to play. But let's see what else they said about him. Let me scroll down a little bit. Oh, then they got other injuries right here, CJ. They said in other injury news, Braxton Jones left work with the first team on offense during a portion of the team drills and marked his first speed and action since suffering his ankle injury in December. So CJ, the guy that a lot of people pretty much saying, you know, the job is, you know, it could be Trapillo, but you still got depth right here in Braxton Jones, man. And he was out there today too, man. So it looks like he's getting on track. He's getting ramped up and everything like that. So what are your thoughts on Braxton Jones, man, before we wrap this up?
I mean, it may take Braxton Jones a while to get, to recover from his injury, because recovery time may take a while for offensive linemen than any other players on the team. So his injury may be lingering for a couple of weeks, so you may see Ozzy Trapillo out there a little bit more. You may see Karan out there a little bit more. So you may see a lot of flipping guys around and moving guys around than you've seen before in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I gotta agree with you, man, because injuries are tricky, man. All this stuff is tricky. Guys get hurt. Guys are coming back from injury, trying to get healthy. So it kind of is what it is, man. But it's cool to see that one of the guys I think that we need to be healthy be on this team, whether that's Trapillo, whether it's him. So let me see if we got anything else we can talk about right here, man. Let me see what we got in the pattern from Chicago Sun-Times. Like we don't have too much going on. Yep. We talked about a lot of stuff already, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. CJ, unless you got anything else, we can go ahead and end this, man. And this can be it, bro. What's your final thoughts on the first padded practice today, man?
Good to hear that Luther Burton is out there practicing. That was my biggest news of the day. Because the Bears are going to need all their guys to be healthy during week one. They're going to need all their guys to be out there. It's going to be very, very important.
Yeah. My first thoughts on the first practice is that we got a real offensive line, man. We got no Coleman Shelton, no Cody Whitehair, no Nate Davis, no Tevin Jenkins, man. We got guys out there that's really, really, really good at the offensive line, and they look like they locked in right away to help Caleb connect with his wide receivers. And it's nice to see DJ Moore with Caleb Williams connect. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams connecting with Colston Lovely. You know what I mean? Like, it's just cool to see that these guys are ready to play. They're in shape. It's cool even to see Luther Burden come back to see him on the field doing some individual stuff. So the first padded practice I can say was a success. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hearing anything about interceptions yet. Maybe that's something I missed. The running backs are looking good, everything like that. So I'm happy with the first padded practice, man. I just wanted to continue to see the continuity between the offensive line and the wide receivers. And I still want to hear about other players other than Grady Jerry, because I knew Grady Jerry was going to come here and be a disruptive force that he is, and be what he's doing so far with the Bears. So I would like to hear about other guys as padded practice goes along, man. I want to hear about how Cole Kmet is doing. You know, all that stuff will come, but I think the first padded practice was a success, man. So see, man, with that being said, I'm G Walker, the CNG Podcast, and he is.
I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG Podcast.
And we out of here, y'all. Peace. Shout out to everybody for watching.